Shalom, it's Jacob. Welcome back to part 4 now of the George Carlin, reviewing the response from AhavaEchad to the different stand-up comedy here. Going to finish up the George Carlin video on religion, at least this one, and we'll see what other future episodes we will deal with. So let's finish this video, hopefully, in this episode, and maybe even a double upload of a different stand-up, as we are going through the list of all the stand-up comedians and trying to respond point by point to the video. The original will be in the description, and as always, any comments, questions, let us know. Thank you, and let's do this.
And for those of you who look to the Bible for moral lessons and literary qualities, I might suggest a couple of other stories for you. You might want to look at the Three Little Pigs.
So right away is all that's left when you translate from biblical Hebrew and Aramaic. All that is left are stories. That's all you have left. Because as soon as you leave the actual symbols of the alphabet, the only thing that remains is a story. It could still be the best story ever told if it's even told right, but it's written in such a way that it's a code. Why are certain things repeating? Why say it in this kind of fashion? All these questions arise when you are going through the actual scripture. All of that's explained in the spoken Torah, but most people, they only took fragments of the written Torah, at least to start, and then obviously mixed in a bunch of other stuff from the spoken Torah that they can manipulate and change the characters, change the whatever details around, and that's the most dangerous kind of lie, where it's literally a truthful thing but now just replaced the names. So there is truth to it, but not those characters and things like that. But we won't get into that right now. But this is what's happening here, is that the Bible is no different than any other book when you translated it into English, assuming that it could still be the best story ever told, but the divinity that is evident when you see the symbols is completely stripped, and all you're left with are some stories.
That's a good one. That's a nice, happy ending. I'm sure you'll like that. Then there's Little Red Riding Hood, although it does have that X-rated part where the big bad wolf actually eats the grandmother, which I didn't care for, by the way. And finally, I've always drawn a great deal of moral comfort from Humpty Dumpty. The part I like the best, all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. That's because there is no Humpty Dumpty and there is no God.
Well, I don't know why Humpty Dumpty connects to God in that example. And what is Humpty Dumpty anyway? And just a weird thing, like what is being spread? Like, why do all the kids know the same things? And what's really could be more sinister secrets, or what's behind these nursery or kids songs and rhymes is something to be examined as well. But that there is no God, what we're denying, that there is no God of Zeus and evil and horrible things, that's been pushed in the world.
Not one, no God, never was. In fact, I'm gonna put it this way.
Right, I remember this, so we'll get into that, I guess, at the end of the example.
If there is a God, may he strike this audience dead.
So, simple answer, obviously. First of all, a good God. As George Carlin said before, why should any guy just be able to say something and God's going to listen to his will and pray, and then that's what's going to happen? God also preserves before even that, but just God cares about humanity. So if humans do a mistake, God's not going to zap you with lightning beams. Again, that's the pagan imagery and Zeus and kind of things like that. The infinite God is patient, like infinite loving parents. Once you understand the analogy, the closest thing is parents, true loving parents that are one, male and female, unite and create life. Then you understand that if a kid does something wrong, they're not going to kill their kid. It's a foreign, sick concept to even say such a thing. Like, good parents protect their kid and give them as many chances as possible. There comes a point you have to discipline kids, obviously, but the parents never want to harm their kids.
See, nothing happened. Everybody's okay. All right? Tell you what. I'll raise the stakes a little bit. If there is a God, May he strike me dead. See?
Right, so that's the thing. Again, God doesn't want to kill you, Mr. Carlin. God is not Zeus, pagan god, that you do something wrong and you're zapped. It's very foreign to the Torah, and it's a very sad life, because if this is what people understand, which is what we're taught, and it's very sad and unfortunate, of course. So God doesn't want to kill you, nor does God want to take away free will. If that were the case, everyone in that room would have to then trust and know that God is real. And God is so humble and keeps the balance, that without coercing, without forcing people, because that's foreign to the Torah as well. We don't seek converts. We're here to help truth seekers access the truth, reconnect with God, but we don't forcibly convert people. This is foreign.
Nothing happened. Oh, wait, got a little cramp in my leg. And my balls hurt. Plus, I'm blind. Oh, now I'm okay again. Must have been Joe Pesci, huh? God bless Joe Pesci. Thank you all very much. Joe bless you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Right. So that's the end of that, where basically God has no desire to kill you and to kill good people, and this whole concept of killing people, and that God is this monster and all of that, as we've already discussed in the previous videos. Clearly it's so foreign, and as George Carlin had some great points, and hopefully we can reach more people now with these videos, inspired to respond to Mr. Carlin, the mouthpiece, voice of so many people. Hopefully this has been a good episode and a good series, and we'll hopefully start a new comedian. We'll see. I didn't expect it to be so in-depth in this one video, but that's how it turned out. If you like what we're doing, you could subscribe, let us know in the comments, all that good stuff. So we'll see you in the next one. This was a very short one. I don't know how to calculate these things out, how long it might take, but we've already discussed a lot of the topics previous. Thank you so much for watching. All the best. It's been Jacob from AhavaEchad. Kol Tuv.